Day 15. I was just making this video and I had to start it over, and it started coming out of me. What am I doing? Like, why am I making these videos? Like, why did I commit to, and I don't mean it like I'm regretting it. I'm just kind of in this place of like really feeling how weird this is. And it is weird. It's like, I don't know anyone else that's making a diary online for a year. And it's weird because I think part of the reason is I'm used to my intimacy being with strangers. I've been a comic since I was a little kid, and I open up more to strangers. I open up to people that are close to me too, but people that are close to me, I feel can get in here. Like, I'm realizing this. People that if I start dating you, or if there's a lot more freedom in a stranger because I can leave strangers. I can make these videos and leave it. And a person I'm dating, like, is going to stay there. And you start to worry that you're hurting their feelings, or you start to, for me, a lot of times I worry that people that I'm close to, my mind starts to become so much more of not hurting them. Like, I'm in a place a lot of times of like, there's an empathy that's so big in me that is sometimes worried that I'm hurting them. And so instead of worrying about that, I want to know what in me is so addicted to making sure that I'm not hurting. So there's a lot of times there's a calling that's trying to come through, but I am so used to that calling often hurting other people, meaning like, and it shouldn't, because that's their thing, right? My problem is my addiction to their thing. And what I mean by that is there's a calling that we all have. And this is a big thing that I don't think I have the answer to on this. I think this is something I'm about to work through on new levels. But there's a calling that we have. For instance, you might just feel you're in a relationship and it's run its course and want to leave. Your pain is your fear of the person being hurt, right? For me, I've gone through this my whole life. I've had dear friends of mine that, would be mad if I moved out of Seattle when I started doing comedy. And then when I left comedy, there were comedy fans that were giving me shit for it. And then I started feeling bad that I wasn't just staying a comic for a while. And, there's times where I would like someone new and have to tell people that I had, a connection with, but it wasn't working out. And then I'd be worried that I'd hurt them. And I think I'm in this place where I can feel a lot of times people's pain and their protection. And I'm so aware empathetically of what people think that I can feel that if I say just my truth, sometimes it's just like a bomb. It's too big for them. They can't handle it, even though really none of what I do has anything to do with them. And that truth is really important sometimes, because otherwise I'm going to stay small out of fear of hurting them. And I think there's a part of me that I'm discovering is still there, that there is a level of me being what I really am. And there's just people in my life that, I hold tightly and just care for. And my fear of breaking their hearts is an addiction that I have. In other words, it has nothing to do with them. It's this thing of like, oh, like I'm balancing plates, because there's my calling and there's this feeling like I gotta, keep people, like, I'm here to make people happy, but I gotta make me happy first. And that's what I'm here to do. But I'm discovering new levels of me that are in me. It's this pain that's in me that's like worried about, it's more like I feel like I'm worried that I'm gonna abandon other people. But really, I'm scared that if I abandon them, then they'll end up abandoning me. This is weird, because this isn't like necessarily a revelation for you. Like, I don't have a teaching in this one. It's like I'm hitting my own boulder right now, and the only thing I can do is talk through it. Because if I didn't talk through it and just was like, here's the lesson for today or whatever the hell I do, then you wouldn't get me. You'd get a phony teacher guy. And I don't want to be that. I want to be on the edge of my pain and the edge of my truth. To me, that's the most important thing. I'm so excited when I meet someone and they want to tell me the edge of their pain, because we're not saying what necessarily are true things that are the actual literal thing. We're saying it so we can see what's under it, because I know that the truth isn't I'm scared of hurting people by living in my truth. It's like what's under that. There's a me scared of me under that. There's a me scared of myself. I don't know what it is. And if I just love all that, that can go away. It's so funny, because if I just go, yeah, I got this thing where I'm totally scared, and I love that. I love that it's there. It starts to lose its hold on me, because my problem with it is acting like that's not okay. So what's going on right now is there's some conflict in my body, and I don't know what it is. My job isn't to change it. My job isn't to run from it. My job isn't to fix it. It's just to see it and feel that pain as it's just here. I can feel pain in my body. I can feel it in my chest. I can feel it in my throat. And I think these things would have been in me had I not been meditating, and I wouldn't have known it. I would have just thought outside is my problem. But I really understand intellectually, but I got to go there emotionally, that inside is where I'm actually fighting. Oh, it's all inside me. What a great blessing that I don't have to change anything outside of me, that it is something that I can be with. And the way you be with it is by just feeling it and walking around with that pain for the day. Just going, yeah, it's there. I don't need to take anything for it. I don't need to fight it. I don't need to go, when it goes away, in fact, the second I think when it goes away, I'll be happy, it becomes more painful. So if I instead go, yeah, I'm just going to walk around with this pain, now I'm someone that can handle that level of pain. And my body's going to adjust accordingly. It's not like this pain. When we're in pain, we're under the illusion that the pain we're feeling is how we're going to feel forever. That's a huge illusion that we're under. It feels like there's a dead end in our mind and we can't feel like we're going to get out of it. And what we can do is go, I feel this pain, and actually walk around with the pain. I feel like I can't breathe. I feel really sad. And just surrender to it. Like if you just had a boulder on your chest, like just sit there with it. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm feeling some stuff. I'm feeling new questions about my life. I'm feeling new callings. I'm feeling new exciting things. I'm feeling new letting go of things. And all that's coming up is excitement combined with pain. Like something that I think that I am is about to die. Something that I think was my identity my whole life is dying. And I'm just going to walk around feeling it today. And when you feel pain, we're allowed to feel pain. You know, like how much can we open up to that pain and walk around with it? We have been so trained in our society that when you feel pain, that's not okay. And the only way pain can get out of you is by being felt. That's the only way to really grow and evolve and handle it, is to evolve to a place where you can be with that pain. And you'll become what feels like more accepting of all of yourself. So there's stuff coming up in me. And it started with the process of me talking about what I'm finding in me and then just identifying it. And once I identify it, now I look at it, and that's the pain that I feel, and then be with it. When you go, yeah, I feel this pain, the problem is this given that you shouldn't feel it. It's okay to feel it. And I'm talking to me. Every one of these videos is me talking to myself. But today I'm just feeling a little lump in me. And I identified it, and it separated it from me, and now it's just kind of floating away. And my pain is that I'm still clinging to it because I'm scared of the freedom that's on the other side of that. It's like a iceberg that I've been sitting on my whole life that's floating away, and there's a better one for me to stand on, but I've never stood on it before, so I'm kind of going, no, this one. So be with the pain.